Good morning, all of you. As we have finished chapter number 1, solid state, with board session as well as JEE and NEET session also. Now, today we are going to start chapter number 2, solutions. As you are aware, already I have said you that one chapter I will be taking and the another chapter will be taken by the another teacher. I have finished one chapter already with board as well as JEE and NEET session. Now, as the second teacher will be getting free, immediately he is going to start the new chapter that would be from the organic chemistry, and mostly the chapter would be chapter number 10, haloalkane and haloarine. That chapter he is going to start. Till that, our time is very much important, so that I will be not waiting for him. When he is getting free, immediately he is going to start the new chapter, that is haloalkane and haloarine. But till that, we are going to start the new chapter, that is chapter number 2, solutions. Okay, so in which this one is the first session for the solution chapter. Now, as you are aware that in the majority of the textbook of NCERT, when you start the chapter, they used to give the tagline at the starting itself only. So here the tagline is almost all processes in body occur in some kind of liquid solution. See, when word is coming liquid or solution, when the word is coming solution, immediately in our mind, we think that it would be in liquid only. But it is not so. Always it is not correct. There are few solutions, like solid solutions are also available. Liquid is available only, that in majority of them they used to understand that when the solution word is coming, at that time it would be in a liquid only. So solid solutions are also there, even gaseous solutions are also there. So solid solutions are there, liquid solutions are there, in the gaseous solutions are also there. So majority of the processes which are taken place in our body. Now, which different kind of the process which is taking place in our body, that might be you have been studied in the biology if you are having the B group. There are so many different life processes which are taking place in our body. Okay, so for all these processes, the requirement of medium is liquid, and in liquid the majority of the reactions are taking place. Okay, so the solution word, we need to understand what is it, okay, into the greater detail. Now, the introductory portion of solution chapter. So homogeneous mixture of two or more substances whose composition vary within the certain limits, known as true solution. True solution means what? It is an homogeneous mixture, one who can mix with each other in a proper manner. That is known as an homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. It possesses maybe one, two, three solute, okay, and whose composition vary within the certain limits is known as a true solution. For example, let us take the example so that we can be aware more about the solution word for two solutions very specifically. Example is salt in water. When salt we are adding in the water, if you mix it properly, it would be the homogeneous mixture. And it is an example of true solution. Then instead of salt, suppose if you are going to add the sugar, okay, in water, even though it is an example of true solution. Okay. So once again, the homogeneous mixture of more than two or more substances whose composition may vary within the certain limits. Okay, that is known as a true solution. An example of it is salt and sugar solution. Okay, salt solution is quite different and sugar solution is quite different. Okay, now in a homogeneous mixture, composition is same throughout the mixture. If you check a composition of water and salt, so there NaCl would be available and H2O would be available everywhere, because the formula of common salt is NaCl, and for water chemical formula it is H2O. Okay, so in a homogeneous mixture the composition is same throughout the mixture. Okay, after that, here we are going to talk about only binary solution. Binary means two, where one solute is there and one solvent is there. Okay, so a binary solution contain only two components, one solute and one solvent. Okay, so here in this particular chapter we are strict with only binary solution. We are not going to add more than 2-3 solute in the solvent. Okay, we are going to add only one solute in the one solvent. Okay, so that is considered to be the binary solutions. Okay, now there are two terminology, might be you will be aware only, but let us revise it. Okay, the first one, that is solute. Okay, now here you can see the diagram. यहाँ पे आपको diagram दिख रहा होगा, in which with the help of the spoon or the spatula, suppose if you are going to add anything inside the solvent. So before that, what is solute and solvent we are going to understand. Solution में जिसका amount कम हो, solution में जिसका amount कम हो, okay, that is considered to be the solute. And solution में जिसका amount ज़्यादा हो, that is considered to be the solvent. Okay, so here in this case, suppose if I am going to add the common salt, okay, NaCl into the solution, so at that time here the water is considered to be the solvent. Okay, water को हम solvent consider करेंगे, और ये solvent जो पानी है उसके अंदर हम NaCl मतलब कि common salt add कर रहे हैं. Okay, so when you are adding it the NaCl, this NaCl is considered as a solute. Okay, whereas the water is considered as a solvent. Okay, so we are having the two different terminology. One is solute and second is the solvent. So in a solution whose amount is lesser is considered to be the solute. In a solution whose amount is quite more is considered to be the solvent. Okay, so the first of all, let us see about the solute. The component present in lesser proportion, the component present in lesser proportion, or the component lost its physical state, or also you can call it as present in dissolved state or dispersed phase. There are few different definition of the solute, they have mentioned it over here. Okay, the component present in lesser proportion, कम amount में present हो, or the component lost its physical state. Not always, that is also they have specified. Sometime it lost its physical state. Suppose the powder is there, if you dissolve, okay, then it lost its original phase, not in the powder form now. Okay, then or present in dissolved state, पिघला हुआ, or in a dispersed phase, that is considered to be the solute. Okay, now after that we have the second definition, that is a solvent. Okay, so the component present in greater proportion, it is quite in more amount, that is considered to be the solute, or the component that retains its physical state. Suppose if you have taken the water as a solvent, okay, then the physical state of water is in liquid state. This liquid state, the water is not going to be changed, okay, or disperse medium or dissolving medium, the medium which is going to help to disperse the substances or the solute, okay, or in the dissolving medium, that is considered to be the solvent. So these were the few definitions of solute as well as the solvent, okay. Now there are few MCQ, that is from this topic of introduction, okay, which we need to remember it later on at the last when we'll finish the chapter, okay, we'll go through the JEE NEET session. So in that, the even in board in Gujket, the straightforward MCQs from the NCERT line to line can be asked. So such MCQs are there. Brass is a combination of copper and zinc. Kusan, you can able to remember it in this way, Kusan. Okay. Then German silver is a combination of copper, zinc and nickel, Kusani. See, Kusan is already is available in the brass, copper and zinc. Copper and zinc, along with that, if nickel is present, then it is considered to be the German silver. Now here there is an MCQ, that is German silver will not possess which of the following element or which of the following metal. As the name is that the German silver, so that will think that in German silver the silver would be available, but then silver is not available. So keep this in your mind. Okay, in MCQ it can be asked, okay, in German silver which of the following element is not available. Okay, option A Ag, option B copper, option C zinc, option D nickel. So there we need to do the tick mark Ag, that is silver is the correct answer, because in the German silver, silver is not present. Okay, then the next one, that is bronze, that is cushion, copper and tin. Okay, so brass, German silver and bronze we need to remember for MCQ, cushion, kusni and cushion. Cushion, that is for bronze. Okay, which are an, see, these all three are the examples of an alloys. Okay, alloy के example यहाँ पे हमें दिए गए. Okay, now here also there are MCQs are present. Okay, that is fluoride ions, that is F minus 1. Okay, if it is present in a required amount, then it can help us. But if it increase the concentration, if the concentration of fluoride ion is quite more, okay, then it can be a lethal. Okay, it can be harmful. Okay, so let us take an example. 1 ppm fluoride ions, 1 parts per million fluoride ions in a water, it help tooth decay. ओके, जो दांत बिगड़ते हैं उनको वो हेल्पफुल करता है बिगड़ने से अटकाने के लिए. बट द कंसेंट्रेशन ऑफ फ्लोराइड आयन इन अ टूथपेस्ट, it should be 1 ppm. Now suppose 1.5 ppm, the concentration of fluoride ion, it has been increased. If it is 1.5 ppm, then it causes tooth to become molted. So it is harmful now for tooth. Okay. Then still, if the concentration of fluoride ion still it is increasing, the high concentrations, then it is poisonous. Okay. Now for the poisonous, one example they have given for rat, sodium fluoride NaF. Okay, it can act as a poison. Okay, so these are the few MCQs which are available in your introduction itself only. Okay, Now, the see if any person is taking the injections, okay, then the injections are having of different types. Sometimes they used to give the injections in muscle. Then such injection is known as an intramuscular. Sometimes they give injection in bones, in a specific bone. Then sometimes doctor give the injection in veins. Then it is considered to be the intravenous injection. Okay. So here we are going to talk about the intravenous injection itself only. So intravenous injections are always dissolved in water containing salts at a particular ionic concentration that match with our blood plasma concentration and so on. So in our blood, there are two different components. Okay. In biology, maybe you have been studied or might be you will be studying now that blood has two basic components. One is blood cells and second is plasma. So when you took a sample of blood and if you centrifuge it, you will be getting the two different components. Blood cells in which RBC, WBC and platelets which will be settled down at the bottom. Whereas upper part you will be getting the straw yellow colored liquid which is considered to be the plasma. So in this plasma, dissolved form of salts of particular concentration it is available. So when you are taking the intravenous injection, at that time in an injection whatever the dissolved ions are available, okay, these ions should match with the blood plasma concentration. Okay. Now, so this was the complete introductory session. Okay. Now, in this chapter, what are the different contents which we are going to continue in this chapter? So they are one by one, we'll be seeing the first one, that is homogeneous mixtures, then the solution, the types, then molarity and normality. Regarding that, we'll be solving the few sums also. Then equivalent weight of an acid, then molality, then mole fraction. After that, we'll be having the concept of solubility and the factors which are affecting the solubility. Then Henry's law and their applications. Then volatile liquids and non-volatile liquids. The liquid which can turn into the water vapor or vapor itself, they are considered to be the volatile, and non-volatile which cannot turn into the vapor. Then vapor pressure and the temperature. Pressure exerted by the vapor is considered to be the vapor pressure and the temperature and boiling point. After that, the other few topics, solution of a solid in a liquid, then Raoult's law, the limitations, the ideal solution. About ideal, you are aware that PV is equal to nRT. Okay, in states of matter in 11th, even in thermodynamics and equilibrium, in such three different chapters, you are aware about the ideal. But it was ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. Whereas here we are going to talk about the ideal solution. Then azeotropic mixtures, then the colligative properties, what is it with their example, then relative lowering of vapor pressure, which is a part of colligative property. Depression of freezing point, once again a part of colligative properties. Then elevation of boiling point, osmotic pressure, reverse osmosis, and want of theory of dilute solution. So this is what the content which we are going to cover in this chapter. Okay. So this is what the different topics which we are going to discuss in this chapter. So that's all for today. In this, if you have any doubt, then you can ask me. Okay. I'm waiting for your replies.